Alright, this is an actual question I got. If you are watching this video, answer this question for me. Do you actually play this game? Do you play Call of Duty anymore? Does anyone watching this video actually play Call of Duty anymore? Because according to Bobby Kotick, the guy who was the CEO of Activision before, Black Ops 7, before the Microsoft deal, he claims the sales were down 60% compared to Black Ops 6. And Black Ops 6 was already a complete failure. Call of Duty wise, obviously in the grand scheme of things, Call of Duty always sells well, but compared to what Call of Duty sales usually are, Black Ops 6 was a complete disaster. And then Black Ops 7 is 60% lower. So when people say Call of Duty is dead, in the Call of Duty space, it actually is. In all of gaming, is it dead? No. But in the actual determination of sales-wise, compared to all their previous games, it actually is dead. And I gotta say, I haven't been playing the game much. They got this new Fallout event, as you can see here, which of course it's event participation. You gotta pick up these bottle caps as you play the game. You get kills, and enemies can occasionally drop bottle caps, and you pick them up, and you get score just like they've had before. Last time was XP, this time it's bottle caps. But the issue with this system here is that it said in order to start, in order to join the event, I had to play my first game and pick up my first bottle cap. So I play the game, I pick up my first bottle cap, and this is a leaderboard type system where you're competing for rewards pretty much. But I join in, I get my first bottle cap. By the end of the first game, I get like 2 or 3 bottle caps, something like that. And it puts me in the leaderboard, and the number 1 spot, dude, the guy already had 156 bottle caps. So you're telling me my very first game of the event, which this is a good event by the way, but my very first game of the event, I get 3 bottle caps my first game, and somebody at the top of the leaderboard's already got almost 200. How am I supposed to how is it even fair? You would have thought that the game would have put me in a leaderboard of people that are around the same amount as me. That way we can all have a fair, competition to try to get the ultimate calling card and the skin. The skin is a Nuka Quantum skin, so I'm pretty excited about that, But either way, I just had to ramble on about this event here. It is a pretty good event, though. And, if you are a fan of Fallout, I said this in my last video. If you are a fan of Fallout, I do recommend at least trying this. But if you don't like the game, you probably won't like this event either. Even if you are a fan of Fallout, you probably still won't like it. But overall, the Ghouls game mode, I would at least give the Ghouls game mode a try, because that is pretty fun. And I'm trying so hard to get a nuclear in the Ghouls game mode, but I just can't manage it. But back to the sales numbers, down 60%. And then there's all these people always use the charts, the PlayStation charts, the Xbox charts. They always say, oh, the game ain't dead, it's always in the top 5, top 10 for games played. But that's all because of Black Ops 6 Warzone is combined, mostly Warzone. Warzone does the heavy lifting. If Warzone didn't exist for Call of Duty, this series would be basically done. Straight up. Warzone is what truly carries this game as far as being on the charts, and probably revenue-wise too, I'd say, with all those bundles and all those retards that buy them. But I got a funny comparison to Black Ops 2 that was posted by White Boy 7thers, whatever the fuck his name is. I know his name's White Boy. I know that he's an OG in the community. I've never followed him personally. I never cared for his content, but he posted this comparison, Black Ops 7 to Black Ops 2. It's of the Meltdown map. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it, but for those who haven't, take a look at this. And this is a perfect example of why the sales are down 60%. Take a look at this. Look at this. So if you're a young kid and you don't know what you're looking at, Black Ops 2's on the bottom, Black Ops 7's on the top. Look at First of all, how is it even this bad of a comparison? All they had to do was copy and paste it. But I guess this proves that they didn't just copy and paste it. They did semi change it. But it's so lazy. There's no style. There's no textures in the building. Even the camo don't look as good. But I mean, you'll wonder why the sales are down bad. They're just, first of all, there's barely anything new coming to the game. I will say with the recent update, there is a new sniper and a new SMG available in the event to earn for free. I will say they have been adding lots of weapons to the game. The maps, though, they're just copy and pasting all these maps. But they're just like slight variations, so it don't make sense. Because they're not reimagining the maps. They're not making them, a different variant. Like they did in Black Ops 3 when they brought back Raid in Black Ops 3, which a lot of people have, it's a kind of a forgotten map, really. Everybody knows Raid, but nobody remembers the remake of it that they did in Black Ops 3. I don't even remember what it was called. It was called a different map. Back then they used to reimagine these maps, change the name of them. At the core, it would be the same map, but, the style of it, the name of it would be completely different. Basically, it would be in a different location than where the map originally took place, but it would be completely different style. I don't remember what the style was of that, but nobody remembers that. Shout out to you if you remember the Black Ops 3 version of Raid. It was really good. But it's so weird. It's like they port these maps over, but then it's almost like they stretch them out. Maybe that just has to do with the field of view. But obviously, they're not completely copy and pasting. Unless they are, and then the engine does some... I don't know, because it's hard to explain. There's slight differences in them, in, like, the textures of the buildings, and certain aspects of the walls are, like, layered differently, but they're all... they all look the same. And that's the problem, is the same, Modern Warfare 3, we have all the original MW2 maps come back, which were complete garbage. They were good in the old days, but in Modern Warfare 3, they played like shit. And Black Ops 6, I mean, they had a lot of original maps in that game, but they were not even maps. Literally, Black Ops 6 didn't even have maps. Quite literally, that game did not have maps. They were just squares. They were either squares or circles, and people played in them and shot each other. They weren't even literally maps. They were just... I don't even know. I don't even know what you would call them. In Black Ops 7 here, we got a lot of original maps. Some of them are pretty decent. I still say Blackheart is a fantastic map. It reminds me a lot of, just a lot of Black Ops 1, smaller maps. It's a small map, but it has, it has flank routes, it has the 3 lanes. I think Blackheart is the best map in the game. I truly do. And I wish more people would talk about Blackheart, because I really think it's a great map. But yeah, and then we have just all these remasters. These seasons are jam-packed with content. And weapon-wise, event-wise, it's all good shit. We get free guns. We're getting all these game modes. They just added 10v10 back. Super fun to play. Game mode-wise, even the game modes are fun. The special game mode for the Fallout event, the Ghoul game mode, super fun. I haven't even tried the zombie stuff, but I'm sure that stuff's pretty good. So, weapon-wise and game mode-wise, we're eating pretty good over here. It's tons of fun, but then the maps we are getting are just horrific. And I don't know what it is with modern-day Call of Duty devs who they just don't know how to make maps. They don't want to make maps that make people have to run for longer than 2 seconds to get into an engagement. It doesn't make sense to me. And then even when we do get the classic maps back, they don't play good because the movement is too quick. Just the core design of the actual gameplay does not fit these maps. You can't copy and paste games. That's like taking a map from Titanfall and putting it in Halo. Halo isn't designed... the maps would play... The Titanfall maps would play like complete shit. Because they're designed for Titanfall, not Halo. I know that's kind of a crazy example. It's like two different game series, but it kind of fits this because these Black Ops 2 maps were designed for people, not sliding around, not jumping around, not sprinting fucking 50 miles an hour. They were designed, just for your regular, just normal paced Call of Duty. And I think we really need to get back to that. But before I end this video here, I got like 5 minutes left of the video to go here before my gameplay runs out. We're talking about a potential Call of Duty remaster. Check this out. So Curator Gaming X here on Twitter posted this. He thinks there's a massive surprise at the Xbox Developer Direct related to Activision. And hint, it's green. So when you think of green, you think of COD 4, the original MW2, and Modern Warfare 3. So, potential remaster. It's related to Activision. Now, this guy was talking about, there was a whole thread, a whole bunch of posts from this guy. How credible this guy is, I'm not quite sure. But he was leaking a bunch of stuff, and this is what he said. And obviously, not Elder Scrolls 6, because it's Activision. But potential Call of Duty remaster. Now, you gotta think. This is my prediction for this year. I think we're getting 2 Call of Duties, and I think one of them is going to be a remaster. I still think they're going to release a Call of Duty in, October and November to compete with GTA, which, obviously, that game's going to flop. They probably already know the game's going to flop. But I think because they want, whatever sales they can get out of it, I think they're still going to release a game around October and November. But I think, potentially, this is my prediction. Quote me on this if I'm right. I think we're going to get a remaster this summer. Or maybe in the fall. Early fall. I think we're going to get a remaster. Now, they could do what they did in the past and bundle the games, like they did with COD 4 Remastered and Infinite Warfare. But I feel like that just wouldn't be a smart thing to do this time around. Because of, the GTA 6. I think it would be smart. I mean, first off, I don't think they'll bundle the games. I don't think they'll force the bundle like they did in 2016 with COD 4 Remastered and Infinite Warfare, where the only way to play COD 4 Remastered was to buy the bundle of the games. I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll be separate. But maybe to compete with GTA, they'll release the remaster along with the new game. Or maybe they'll do just a remaster. Probably not. But I think if they were smart, you'd think they would want to release a remaster in the summer. That way, there's no competition. They don't have to worry about GTA 6 hurting it. They can gain the good graces of the community back, assuming they don't fuck up the remaster, which is a whole nother topic of them fucking up the remaster. Who knows what they'll do. But then the question is, what game do they remaster? Personally, I think there's only 2 options. Black Ops 1 or World at War. I think those are the only 2 options. Because the OG MW2, now that would have been the obvious. But they threw that out the window a long time ago with Modern Warfare 2019, or not Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 3 2023. Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous, the names of these games. But they brought back all the maps from MW2, so all these new age COD fans are gonna look at a remaster and be like, well, this is fucking shit because I already played all these maps. But then the question is, if they remaster any of the newer games, are they going to implement the modern day engine in the game? Because if they implement the modern day Call of Duty engine into a remaster, you might as well call it a day there. Because the last thing I want to do is play Black Ops 1 with this dog shit engine. Okay, there's no fucking way. With COD 4 remastered back in 2016, they used the Advanced Warfare engine and kept it almost identical to the OG COD 4, and I really hope they do that this time, I have a lot of hopes that they wouldn't fuck it up. I mean, if they give it to Raven Software did the original, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered in 2016, and they did a great job with that game. So hopefully if they do another remaster, it's on Raven Software again, because if they didn't fuck it up the first time, hopefully they don't fuck it up the second time. And logically, I don't even see anyone else being able to do the remaster. What are they going to do? They're not going to have Treyarch doing the remaster. Hope to God, Infinity Ward's been busy with, you know, Call of Duty 2026, the newer one, the new game that is potentially coming out, probably coming out. So, and then Sledgehammer Games, I don't know what the hell Sledgehammer Games has been doing. I don't know if maybe they've been sleeping this whole time or something, but maybe they could do the remaster, but honestly, I'd rather them not do it. I'd rather Raven Software do it, even though I think they work on Warzone. I don't know, I don't keep up with that dog shit Warzone, so. But either way, I mean, let me know what game you would like remastered. I would say Black Ops 2, but I don't want to play on the Black Ops 2 maps because all the Black Ops 2 maps are coming to Black Ops 7, so I really don't want that game remastered. But I'd say World at War or Black Ops 1. Probably Black Ops 1 would be my go-to. That is my prediction of the year, though, guys. So let me know down below what game you want remastered, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.